Out of the blue, I just received 2 Instagram DMs. I provide 2 different types of sponsorships in my YouTube videos. It's by working extra hours almost every single day. Brand sponsorships will bring in around... My total estimated revenue for the month of August is... Well, the 2 most commonly asked questions from people who discover my YouTube channel will be, how do I manage to balance a full-time job and content creation? And secondly, how much money do I make doing YouTube in my free time? Well, for the first question, usually I just film all the content during the weekend and then I'll edit videos on weekday nights after I finish my regular job. But the second question can get a little bit tricky because contrary to what most people think about content creation and being an influencer, which definitely has a bit of aura around it, it's actually not as well paid. For example, let me just show you guys my YouTube Analytics, which is the platform I use to track video views as well as other metrics like ad revenues. For example, during the first 6 months of being monetized on YouTube, the total earning I had is less than $100. I know some other influencers might brag about how much money they're able to make from one single video, but that's simply not the case for me as well as the majority of content creators out there, I would say. Because on YouTube, there is this concept called RPM, which basically indicates how much ad revenue you're able to receive per 1,000 video views after YouTube takes a cut. And for content creators that fall into the category of lifestyle and vlogging, the RPM is not going to be high, to be honest. Well, I know there are some exceptional cases for content creators that talk about investments and finance because your RPM is like crazy high. It can be $30 or $50. But in my case, the RPM is at most $3-4. Let's imagine I make one video and then in the end the video generates 10,000 video views. The total amount of ad revenue I'll receive from YouTube is only $30 to $40, which is not a lot, to be honest. And I know some of you guys clicked into this video because you guys want to know exactly how much money I make on YouTube. And I promise I will share a bit more insights later in the video. But I just want to point out that that's not the main purpose of me making this video. Like, if earning money is the only motivation behind me running this channel and creating content, I wouldn't have made it onto today. And I just kind of want to use this video as an opportunity for me to share how YouTube has impacted my life and things that YouTube has brought me that cannot be measured in monetary terms. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is kind of funny. It helped me make a lot of new friends after I moved to Singapore. Even though that's not my initial intention, like the reason why I want to start this channel is that I just want to produce content to document my life. But the thing is that for most people I met in Singapore and for most friends that I still hang out with nowadays, it's usually the other person that initiated the conversation after finding out about my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if you guys still remember Minky and Julia, which are 2 friends that I hang out a lot with in Singapore. It was very random. I just graduated from college and then I was planning to move from the States to Singapore. And then out of the blue, I just received 2 Instagram DMs. So let me just pull up the message that Minky sent me initially. So she said, "Hey Adrian, I saw your YouTube video on moving to Singapore from the States. My friend and I also just moved from New York to join my company, so we thought that it could be cool to hit you up." I know it was like super random, but the reality is that we're still very close friends. And then the whole friendship wouldn't have happened if I didn't do YouTube in the first place. And the second example will be Zehong. Yeah, I know you guys must be pretty familiar with Zehong because we hang out a lot in my videos. But do you remember like what's the first video you watched like about me?
I guess it was the morning routine one.
You know, it was very funny. Like he decided to reach out to me because he thought I was a very self-disciplined person. He added me on Instagram and that's how we got to know about each other, I guess. So just another example of like how YouTube has helped me make new friends, I guess. I know this may sound crazy because, as I said, the only way for me to juggle a full-time job and content creation is by working extra hours almost every single day. But there's this one important thing that it has brought to my life, which is this concept called distraction. And you know, nowadays, I always think about what my life would become if I did not start this YouTube channel in the first place. I guess it will be less dynamic because there will be a certain set of routines that I have to follow in my day-to-day life. But because of the fact that I do content creation, I have to spend more time and effort brainstorming video ideas, scripting the video, as well as editing the videos myself. And you know, personally, I also get this gratification whenever I come with a great idea or when I make a cool edit in my videos. So it just makes my life more interesting. Also, during the weekend, I got this incentive to force myself to leave my house and go explore different areas around Singapore. And after the shoot, I would just go to a cafe and organize the content a little bit. When I describe this to my friend, their first reaction is always like, "That sounds like a lot of work." Well, I mean, it's true, but I also just enjoy the process of making something from 0 to 1. Before I continue to talk about other ways in which content creation has impacted in my life, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. For people like me who love going to cafe to work or study, it's important to pay attention to your data security. Just imagine going to a coffee shop and connecting to a free Wi-Fi like this, which at a glance looks totally normal, right? But there is a chance that the Wi-Fi is actually being hosted by a random person trying to impersonate the free Wi-Fi access. However, with NordVPN, it protects your internet connection and privacy online by creating an encrypted tunnel for your data and hiding your IP address, so you can use public Wi-Fi hotspots safely. Also, it is a no-log VPN, which means that your online activities and traffic that pass through the server will not be collected or logged. After doing some research online, I found out that NordVPN is actually one of the fastest VPNs in the world. With over 5,500 servers in 59 countries, it makes it so much easier for me to find a server close by and get a more stable and safe VPN connection. I'm able to get a special offer just for you guys. So, if you sign up by clicking on the link in the video description below, you can get 4 months free when you subscribe to a 2-year plan. Once again, huge thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video and supporting my content creation journey. So make sure to check out their amazing product. And I guess the segment just now kind of naturally leads up to the point I want to talk about next, which is that content creation also brings me opportunities to work with different brands. This is something I started to realize more as I make YouTube videos because no matter how large your following is, there will always be certain brands that are willing to collaborate with you to promote their products and services. Because essentially it comes down to this concept of exchange of resources. Like from the perspective of the content creators, for each video they create, it generates certain publicity and exposure, which is exactly what the brands are looking for. And for me personally, I provide 2 different types of sponsorships in my YouTube videos. So the first one will be video integration, which means that in the middle of the video, I'll try to integrate the brand naturally into the flow of my storytelling and introducing the brand for 2-3 minutes. And the other type will be dedicated video. So basically the whole entire video will be centered around the brand itself, which is definitely more rare. But I did one dedicated video with a brand called Cove. It's basically an empowerment tour video that I collaborated with Cove. And I decided to do this video because I feel like for a lot of people, like expats and foreigners who are looking to move to Singapore, co-living is definitely an option that they should consider. And obviously, dedicated videos will come at a more premium price because I have to invest more time and effort into the creation process. And because I want to be fully transparent with you guys, so I would say for each video integration, it's usually around the range of $300-500, while dedicated videos is definitely much more expensive. So it can go up to 4 digits sometimes because I rarely do dedicated videos. I want to make sure that the content is interesting. I don't want all my videos to be like brand sponsored content. So I hope that makes sense. Well, I guess in conclusion, brand sponsorship is the major income stream for me as a content creator. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you can't simply rely on revenues from YouTube AdSense because the amount is simply too low. And I would say for content creators who fall under the lifestyle vlogging categories, brand sponsorships are super important and constitute the majority of our earnings. Even though this income stream definitely has a bit more fluctuations because you have high seasons where a bunch of brands reach out to you for sponsorships, but you also have low seasons for sure where you got no sponsorship at all. But on average, I would say brand sponsorships will bring in around $500 on a monthly basis. Okay, it's getting a little bit windy out there, so I came back to my room, and as promised, I'm gonna walk you guys through my YouTube AdSense dashboard. Alright, let's get straight into it. Since September is not over yet, maybe just look at the August data. And as you can see, throughout the months, I have 59,000 views, 3.4 thousand watch hours, and 403 net subscribers. So this number definitely takes into account both the new subscribers I gained as well as subscribers I lost along the way. Okay, I know this is the most exciting part of the story. My total estimated revenue for the month of August is $121. Oh, and one thing I forgot to point out is that my YouTube AdSense actually uses US dollar as the currency. So let me do a bit of calculation here. It's around 175 Singapore dollar, and this is the total earning I have through YouTube AdSense for the month of August. And maybe let's do some deep dive into the revenue section. So as you can see, for August, my playback CPM will be $5.47, and my RPM, which is after YouTube takes the cut, is only slightly above $2. And yeah, once again, just want to be 100% transparent with you guys. The payout is actually not that attractive unless your content falls into the category of finance or investment. And if you compare my YouTube AdSense earnings to how much I usually get from brand sponsorship, I would say YouTube is actually only contributing a small fraction. So if you only look at the monetary value that being a content creator on YouTube brings me, it's really not a lot. But I guess as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is not the main purpose of me managing this channel, because I kind of just consider YouTube as a medium where I can document my life as well as to share some of my genuine opinions and thoughts with you guys. And I just really hope that my content can at least resonate with some of you guys. And I guess on the other hand, YouTube also provides some distraction for myself, and it offers me opportunities to meet more like-minded people across the world and work with brands that I really enjoy. And I guess that's pretty much all I want to share in this video. I really hope that you guys like it. And I hope it can provide some valuable or useful insights for people who are looking to start a YouTube channel. And as per usual, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I guess that's it. Alright, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.